Where were you before joining the program?
I was so lost, bro. I mean, I had a tough conversation with my parents about quitting my job because,
Yeah.
I've never quit a job before, and putting in 2 weeks was like the hardest decision of my life. Yeah, she would call me an idiot, and then I was like, dang, this is no way, because she didn't believe in the whole content strategy and
Yeah.
making money online, especially coming from an Asian household, all the expectations and being a doctor. I made her believe in like, okay, this could work out for Andrew. I realized how much time I actually have and gain back from quitting and taking that first steps doing what I actually want. Man, I hit 20k. I hit 20k followers on Instagram.
Mhm.
I'm at 15 on TikTok, and that was built in like a month, bro.
How does
UGC
that?
wise, projected to make around 5 to 6k, but I gotta scale that thing up, and it's only been a month, so I have full trust in myself.
For those of you who don't know, who am I here with, and what do you do, man?
Bro, my name is Andrew. I recently graduated college like a year ago, and
Mhm.
for the longest time, I want to create content. My mom kind of inspired me to create content, and
Yeah.
I've been holding it off because I'm stuck at this job. I'm like, I don't think I have enough time to focus on content.
Yeah.
Until I started, it took off pretty well, but I was stuck for 3 months in
3 months.
300 view jail. Yeah, until I joined,
Yeah.
created Catalyst, met the right people, and it just took off from there, bro. It took
Yeah.
off in like 2 weeks. It's just crazy.
I know it was really fast, bro. It was literally so exponential. What was the transformation that we made working together, man?
Oh man, like I think more of a personal transformation because I built more
Uh,
confidence in myself to find more deals and really set myself apart from the traditional path. That was the biggest like key thing that changed for me was the
yeah.
mindset.
Yeah.
I was stuck in that 9 to 5 mindset and
Mhm.
don't want to take any risks, but like I was itching to like do something, but
Yeah.
it was hard. But making that first step was crucial in my where I am today.
I know. And when did you join again, man? You mentioned 2 weeks until you saw like amazing progress, right? When did we join?
Joined like a month ago.
Damn, it's only been a month, man.
Yeah.
And where are you at right now, numbers wise, like with following, UGC projected?
Man, I hit 20k. I hit 20k followers on Instagram.
Mhm.
I'm at 15 on TikTok, and that was
Damn.
built in like a month, bro.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
How's
UGC
that?
wise, projected to make around 5 to 6k, but I gotta scale that thing up, and it's only been a month, so I have full trust in myself.
100%. 100%. It's kind of just like putting in the work to making those videos, and that's without bonuses, right?
That's true. It's all base.
I know, exactly. That's easy 10K a month right there. You know what I mean? It's super doable. It's not like it's out of reach anymore, you know?
Yeah.
And how does that feel getting that goal of like 20K followers on Instagram, 15K followers on TikTok, projecting to make 5 to 6K, even maybe even 10K a month? Like, how does that feel, man?
At first, it feels really exciting. I'm like, dang, my stuff is finally working. Everything that I'm
Yeah.
doing, like editing to 2 a.m. at
Yeah.
night, it's finally
Damn.
working. But then,
Yeah.
once you hit that 10k, it's like, okay, how do I maintain this? How do I get better? I can't just be complacent, stuck in a stagnant spot once I reach a goal.
100%.
So honestly, right now it feels a little scarier because
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to beat to
Yeah.
people's expectation and my own
You
too.
gotta, you gotta like tell people like, yo, this is not luck. Like this is from my own work, and
True.
you gotta build off that momentum, man. And we're gonna help you do that, bro. That's fire. It's only been a month, so like, there's so much way, there's so much room to grow. There's so much like place to go. You know what I mean? And can you
Mhm.
briefly describe what made you interested and where were you before joining the program?
I was so lost, bro. Before joining the program,
Yeah.
I had a tough conversation with my parents about quitting my job because,
Yeah.
I've never quit a job before, and putting in 2 weeks was like the hardest decision of my
That's a
life
big
when
decision, bro.
I joined the program. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
now it's been a lot better because I realized how much time I actually have and gain back from quitting and taking that first steps doing what I actually want.
hmm That's
Yeah.
amazing, bro. That's amazing. And when did you quit again? Like, how long into joining the program did you quit? I think it was like really early, right?
I quit last Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, so like less than a month, you would say.
Yeah,
Oh my!
exactly.
Within the same month that you joined, I think, right? That you put in
Yeah.
like 2 weeks. I think you texted me that.
Yeah.
That's amazing, but that's insane progress. Like that's a huge step forward too, man. From 3 months of 300 view jail to like 20K followers, 5 to 6K cash projected, and then quitting your job in 1 month. That's an amazing transformation. That's like all due to your hard work, man. Like that's the inputs that you put in the past 3 months to lead to where you are right now, man.
Appreciate
So
it.
take me back to before you joined, man. Like what was your day to day like?
Man, day to day, go to work, I was stuck in traffic for like an hour, like on the way home and back.
Oh my gosh.
The moment I clock out, I mean, I would be scripting at work. At work, I'll be scripting my personal branding videos
Yeah.
to get like 500 views,
Yeah.
and then after work, that's when I start filming,
Yeah.
like filming, editing all the way to like 1 a.m., 2 a.m.,
Yeah.
and then repeat that every single day
Yeah.
for during the week.
Oh my god. And where were you working at?
I was working as a researcher at a children's hospital. I
Oh.
love my job. The research is amazing,
Uh-huh.
but man, I always knew I could do more.
100%. And what were you on track to doing? You said you were like studying pre-med or something like that, right?
Yeah, man, I was in the pre-med track throughout college, and like that's
Yeah.
something I wanted to do in college,
Yeah.
but
You couldn't.
just being like immersed in the medical field and working like that, it's hard, like it's definitely not as lucrative as most people think.
Yeah.
So
100%.
the only way is like finding things on your own.
So you went through like the past years of figuring out, oh, like I wanted to do this, and then now that you actually got into like that field, it's like, oh, like that's not the fulfillment that you were looking for, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard.
it's hard for sure. And what were you struggling with before? Like what kept you up at night before that?
Man, like the potential I had, like my mom and dad always told me like I had a high ceiling for something, but they just don't know what.
Yeah,
And their like skepticism on me is like kind of confused me a little bit for a long time.
100%.
And that's what made it so hard. So that's where I was at. It's just I didn't know what to do, but I always knew I had something to do, when
Yeah,
it comes to business or self growth, the gym.
yeah,
But it's the barrier was like thinking of how many people would judge me if I take another step that is untraditional.
yeah,
That's what made the decision of quitting my job so hard, you
yeah,
know?
100%. And
Yeah.
dude, like that brings me back to the idea when you were talking about potential. Like whenever someone tells you that, oh, like you have potential, it's kind of like a slap in the face. It's like, oh, like you can be great, but you're just not great yet. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like it's a huge slap in the face, man. How long were you dealing with that kind of like mentality?
It was hard. Couple months, bro.
Damn.
Couple months.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, my girlfriend knows everything about it.
Hmm.
We talked about it, and it was super hard to like bring it up because you have to be so vulnerable in the moment, and you have to like not only know what you want, but tell the people in a way that people understand you.
Yeah,
So, especially coming from an Asian household, all the expectations and being a doctor, right? Man, it's hard.
that's
Like
hard.
staying in
Yeah.
school, god dang, it's hard.
Yeah, Asian. Oh my gosh, I'm realizing it now. Asian household on track to become a doctor, like, and then leaving your job to be a content creator. That's that's the, honestly, bro. Dude, if you told your past self that, like, what do you think it would say that you did that decision when you were in college?
Crazy. Like this guy's an idiot. But the thing is, I told my mom this too. Like,
Yeah,
like in the beginning, I mentioned my mom
yeah,
inspired me to content, right?
yeah,
She started content a couple months ago. I'd say 8 months ago, and she grew in 6 months. But before she even started that, she would call me an idiot too.
really.
Yeah, she would call me an idiot, and then I was like, "Dang, this is no way," because she didn't believe in the whole content strategy and
Yeah,
making money online.
yeah.
So the moment she started that, it kind of made her believe in like, okay, this could work out for Andrew, or this could work out for
Yeah.
me. Yeah,
What is she saying now?
she's like going all in. Like
What?
I mean, I was living at
Wow.
home after college.
Yeah,
Yeah, she saw how sad I was and super depressed and like no purpose. In college I was always doing something. I was leading like multiple clubs, but
yeah.
yeah, after college is nothing. So
Was there like any specific moment where like you hit rock bottom and you were like, dude, like I gotta change, like enough is enough? Did you have that moment?
for sure, it was this month. It was
This
this
month.
month. Yeah,
Really?
I was going through it, bro, every single day. I mean, I wasn't, communicating to you and the team, but I was going through it. Every single day was just like I was dreading it. Just going to work and balancing everything, sleeping at like 2 or 3 a.m. because I got to balance everything to build to
Yeah.
10K. But I'm glad it all worked out.
Yeah. And now you're completely finished, right? Did you have your last shift?
I'm completely done. This week is my first week of just doing full on content.
100%. I mean, that's always gonna be the hardest when you're balancing like 9 to 5 plus balancing like the 5 to 9. It is hard for sure, and like I'm glad like now you're finally quit. Now you can actually focus on what you actually want to do, man. I'm proud of you. I'm genuinely proud of you, bro. Like you actually made so much progress, and it's like, dude, it's inspirational, especially to like all the Asians out there like who were in your position before. Like I think we had this chat on like on our onboarding call where it's like there's so much people out there who's like they're studying whatever they're studying. Like for you, for example, like in the past when you were in college, like they're chasing this goal because it was like their parents that told them to do that. Like for example, being a doctor, being a nurse, being an engineer, and then once they actually get into that field, it's like, bro, like I don't want to do this, and then they just continue because they're so deep into it, right? So they just continue on that path for like so long, and it's like, dude, that's not living a fulfilling life. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And you kind of broke that cycle um, of like just beating past it. You know what I mean? Just speeding past it and just making that decision to really work on yourself. And I love that, bro. I fucking love that.
appreciate.
You know what I mean? How did you hear about me and Creative Catalyst?
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I've been scrolling a lot, and before I joined the program, and then I kept seeing your content and how you mentioned UGC. I was like, what is this guy talking about?
Yes, it
And
was
then I
unbelievable.
finally gave you a chance, and I was like, okay, let me look through his look through his posts, and you built a lot of trust. Like I slid up on you and like have a little chat. I was like, hey man, like how do you find these UGC deals and how do you get connected? Because I was passionate on that. That was my main goal.
100%.
And this whole time you were actually getting to know me, and that was key. That was the
100%.
key. Yeah.
I was
So
genuinely curious, bro. Like your content was good, and it was kind of just like you were stuck. You know what I mean? That's kind of like
it's,
the vibes.
yeah, you definitely saw something that most people don't even understand about content.
Uh huh.
It's being stuck when creating quality content. At least
Yeah,
that's how I.
that's hard for sure. You gotta find like that valid format. It's like you have to go through the trenches, basically, like putting all of your effort in, like multiple hours scripting, editing, like all the videography and all that stuff like that, because you were doing like a lot of cinematic content, and it's like just to see no results. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's hard for sure, bro. But like you went 3 months of going through that, and then all of a sudden it's like it spiked up, right? Because you put yourself in the best position to take feedback, learn from others, like, and just lock in pretty much. You know what I mean? And you kind of had the accountability of like, dude, I'm gonna be here to help you get to UGC, help you with the personal brand, as long with the community too, as well with the community too, right? So that's amazing, bro. So did you have any fears or doubts when you joined the program first, or no?
I was going through it so much at the point where like
Yeah.
I have to take this first step. So yes, like if you asked me months ago, I would have that fear, but I was ready to make the step. I was low key selling myself on the onboarding call. I was like, yeah, I really want to do this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I felt that because I feel like you have that entrepreneur growth kind of mindset. And like from this call, like you were telling me, like, oh, you always knew you had potential. It's kind of just like you didn't know how to like really get to that point. You know what I mean?
exactly.
That's amazing, bro. So walk me through the first 30 days, bro. Like what changed immediately?
Oh man, after the call, I felt super motivated. So I completed
Yeah.
my portfolio in like a day.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
you did do that. You did. You made your portfolio before we had our first actual call.
yeah, bro.
That was amazing. That was great, dude. You were
I
locked
was
in. Yeah.
yeah, I was trying to prep everything before a call, and it
Hmm.
turns out I had a lot of work to do. So I was looking through the Discord, I was like, what are some other guys' portfolio look like? And I'm like, okay, how can I make it better?
Yeah.
So
I love
I
that.
did, and I gave it to you, and I used my portfolio, and then that's how I connected deals. Like in the next like 2 days, bro. In the next 2 or 3 days, I was projected to make 5K, which is
Yeah, I remember
unbelievable.
that, bro. You would text me like, "Yo, I got a deal. Yo, I got another deal," and I'm like, "Yo, I just put you on to the two more deals, bro." How many deals was that? It was like four, five,
That
or
was four,
it was like
yeah.
four or five. I think it was four-figure deals, and you were like, "Bro, what the fuck is going on?" So we had another call right away just to like hash out the next steps, and bro, like
Yeah.
that was some crazy like that was crazy. Like hopped on the call, made your portfolio 2 days in, like you already like had four deals when like a week ago you like where were you a week ago before that call again? Like what were you
Like
doing UGC? I forget. You were doing solidly, right?
I was just doing solid. I just had one deal,
Yeah.
and yeah,
So
it just stopped.
you 5x your return in 2 days, pretty much.
Yeah, man, it's all about being intentional and taking action. So
Exactly, 100%, bro. I love that. What was your biggest aha moment you had early on, or was that just like getting the deals where it's like it was actually possible?
that was for sure my biggest aha moment, bro.
Uh-huh.
Like it was insane. Like I was like, damn, I was stuck like 2 days ago. Now look at where I'm at. Uh,
Guy's like, yo, how do I get deals? 2 days in, he had four more
exactly,
deals.
because like before those 2 days, I was dreading going to work, and I remember waking up at 7 a.m. reading the email from like a deal. I
Yeah.
was like running into my mom and dad's room, like, dang, mom, look at this. I was like, bro, look at this. Like, I joined this guy's program, and
Yeah.
this guy is so smart. He's 19 years old. He's younger than me. Yeah, like even though I'm older, it doesn't matter. You know, it kind of just like it just kind of rules out everything. This guy's know what he's talking about.
That's amazing, bro. And I'm assuming that's like the breakthrough that like you had that surprised you the most.
Yes, man. And on the way to work, I was like smiling the whole time.
Dude, that's amazing, bro. And you're at so in 2 days you went from around 1,000 USD per month, like projected, to around 5K, and then your portfolio, and then 2 weeks after that, or a couple of weeks after that, you got to 20K and 15K on TikTok. So basically like 35K collective followers on all platforms,
Yeah,
and now you're at like 5 to 6K, and your job is gone.
true, man.
How do you feel right now? And you're like, what's your day to day like right now?
Right now, it's it's still a learning curve,
Yeah,
but I feel so much more freedom. Like I have so much time.
hundred
I'm
percent.
definitely working more than 8 hours in a day, but I don't. It doesn't matter. It's just like I'm doing what I actually
It
love.
doesn't
I'm
feel like
doing.
work.
Yeah. I'm always reminding myself like, why did I quit? And it's always like an easy another hour. Like push it to 12 hours. But I'm still trying to find a balance.
Yeah.
That's the most important
If
part.
you love what you do, you'd never work a day in your life. And on top of that, like we just put you onto the editor as well, right? With the for Polymarket, right? How was that?
I sent him the video last night, and he finished it. He went above and beyond, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, was it? He was good, right?
It was super good. Like I
Yeah.
took your word for it, and then I was
I
like,
told you.
okay, let's do this right now. Like let me end the call real quick. Let me. That's why I left the call early. I was like,
Yeah.
shit, I'm excited.
That's fire, bro. And dude, like imagine what would it look like if you sent all your Polymarket videos, all your solve are you still with Solvely? All
Yes.
your Solvely videos, all the videos that you have for UGC. Like if what would happen if you sent it all to the editor, bro?
Dang, I'll double my income.
Double your income, and how much time would you have per day?
A lot of time.
Fucking
Oh,
basically,
yeah,
you cut your shift in half, pretty much, right?
exactly.
Dude, that's amazing. And what are you planning on to do with that extra time and when you get onto the editor?
Film some more.
Personal branding?
Push more videos. That's work wise, but like in terms of like
Yeah,
just health wise, I want to go back to the gym more consistently. Just getting the health right, so I can film more videos and focus on the business.
100%. And bro, if you could go back in time to like 2 months ago, before you started, what would you tell yourself?
I was like, there's no better time to be intentional. Like, there's never.
Yeah,
Like, no matter how you feel when it comes to being stuck, whenever, like, what you're focusing on, like, you have to be intentional. And literally in 2 days, it literally changed my life and my perspective and mindset of everything, literally.
bro,
And it's all about finding the right people, too. That's the most important
that's
part.
fucking amazing, bro. That's so inspiring. What's now possible? What's possible for you now that wasn't before?
Anything is possible with all this time back, you know?
Genuinely, like that goes back to the idea of what I was saying. I think I don't know if I mentioned you, or mentioned this to you on our onboarding call, but like UGC is like a tool. It's like the best tool of our generation. You have financial time and location freedom to allocate as much time to do whatever you want to do.
That's
And then like
true.
that compared to like your 9 to 5, like you're making probably like the same or more amount of money with like 6 hours less time compared to a 9 to 5. You know what I mean? So like with that
Hmm.
6 hours extra time that you have, you can allocate that time to actually building your business, spending time with your family, friends, your girlfriend. You know what I mean? Working on yourself, self growth and stuff like that. It's actually amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where do you see yourself in the next 6 to 12 months with this extra time, with doing UGC, with your personal branding? Like where do you see yourself, bro?
I see myself just scaling my personal brand and content
Yeah.
and seeing like starting a business around that because
Hmm.
there's no way I'll be creating content forever and just
Yeah.
keep building followers. I gotta convert somehow. So
100%.
that's definitely a goal for this year. And you mentioned that UGC is a tool to buy freedom, right? In time. But I think UGC is also a tool to continue networking, especially
Oh,
if you have a good following. Dang, like if you can really break into like a deal that has that's like recruiting creators in the first stages. If you can really get to know the people at the
100%.
top of that company, it's
100%.
insane. The sky's the limit, and you never know in the next couple of months if you really prove yourself and impress them.
Yeah.
You can be in that position too, or if not higher,
Yeah.
and you can step away from UGC. Like you mentioned, UGC is the first stepping stone. So I'm excited to see where what's the
Yeah.
next stone is.
Yeah, and since you like your following is so good, bro, like you could definitely get into like a growth position too if you wanted to go more corporate side of the UGC rap, yeah, kind of race. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have a lot of options now. You can go into growth. You can do your own offer, and I can help you with that as well. Grow your own business. You know what I mean? There's like a lot of different things that you can do. And the connections are amazing too. Like you meet people from all over the world. We have some people in Creative Catalyst like international, all over the world. We got a lot of people in Canada, in the U.S., and like it's actually amazing. Like these are the type of people where you would never meet them without starting content, without doing UGC, without doing XYZ, and all these people are like amazing people. You know what I mean? Like Andre, you probably would have never seen Andre, or maybe never talked to Andre like one on one if it wasn't for putting yourself in the best position possible with the right people. You know what I mean?
That's
What's your
yeah.
favorite part about Creative Catalyst and just honestly just like working together, man?
Like you're really fast and like taking action. Whenever I ask you to do something or I have a question or a problem, you answer immediately. And all the guys in there are most likely going through the same thing. And the fact that we can learn from each other in a call and just hop on in a call and get into DMs and text each other, man, it's super helpful. It's at least to know that you're not alone in
one Hundred
this whole
percent.
process.
And I'm really big on community too. Like I really want a lot of other people, like not just connecting with me and getting my one-on-one support, but also like seeking feedback from like the other people as well. So like I say this a lot to like the other students, like yo, connect with this person because they're in a similar position. Because if you're like what you said, like man, like if you're not doing it alone, or if you're doing it with other people, like you're just gonna like scale even faster. You know what I mean? Like if you do it alone, you're just gonna rot. You know what I mean? If someone's watching this and they're in a position of where you were like a couple months ago, 2 months ago, or like even before, right before you joined, what would you tell them, man?
I would say just keep being consistent in whatever you're doing, and
Mm-hmm.
then find the right people, because if you meet the right people,
Yeah,
your whole process will speed up and become a lot better, and you make so much improvements like in the time that you have more than you think. So just taking action in whatever you're doing, stay consistent, and getting to know the right people around the community.
100%. And going through the trenches, you know what I mean?
Exactly,
It's a
yeah,
must.
you
You know
have
what I
to
mean?
go through the trenches.
100%. If you had to tell someone who's on the fence about joining Creator Catalyst, what would you tell them?
If you really care about content and really growing and taking it to the next step with the right people, like I said, Creative Catalyst is the way to go.
I love that, bro. I love that. And where can people find you?
Man, underscore shot by Andrew. I keep saying shot by Drew, but it's shot by Andrew.
Underscore shop by
On
Andrew.
his,
Is that on all socials?
that's only on Instagram.
That's
I
it.
gotta keep it consistent, but that's where you can find me. Just text me and then I'll look through your message.
100%, bro. Well, thank you for having this call, man. It was a great interview, bro. I fucking love
Of,
you, bro. I love you.
of course.